there, Robert. But there were some good things today. I thought Lucas Waka played well. Logan Wilson picked off a pass and went for a touchdown. We're continuing to make some progress at the running back position. It's good to have Sean out there. He's full clear and he's making some progress. I think there's some good things with the offensive line. Chase really has gotten better, so we're encouraged about that. The one side of the line of scrimmage with Zach and Chase, I think, can be really good for us. Big opportunity for us to go to Cheyenne on Saturday. I know our players and coaches are excited about that, and you guys will be able to make your critique of the whole thing right afterwards. So at this time, I'll open up any questions.
Craig, when you said progress at running back, I know you've spoke highly of Brian all spring, and you said Sean was back. Do you mean progress with any of the other guys, or just overall as a unit? Do you like what
we
you're
like
seeing?
the unit. Brian's showing some good progress, but it's great to have Sean back out there too. I don't think we'll have Kellen Overstreet next fall, but we're having Milo all out there. Nico hasn't been able to get cleared, but the 1-2 punch with Brian and Sean, I think, can be something that really is going to be helpful. As we structure our offense, typically you need 2 big hitters in there. Both those guys have proven that they can play in the Mountain West and be successful, so we're excited about that. I'm making progress at quarterback. I think Josh is, still needing more reps, and we put we did a lot of blitz period today. We called it PUP, pass into pressure, and that was full work. That was live work, and so I thought during that session the offense kind of really performed pretty well and had the upper hand. We got down in the red zone. I thought our defense played particularly well.
Coach, you mentioned the scrimmage. What are you looking most forward to in that scrimmage?
Well, it's always important to have players just understand that not everything is going to be scripted. You're going to be in different situations, and even for our coaches to, call them from the hip. With the different situations that come up. I think there's a big difference between having players out on the field with officials, with no coaches around. It'll be a different environment. We're going to try to stage it a little bit like a game day with a pregame meal, time slots, and everything else, and taking a short drive over to Cheyenne. And so we're certainly excited about that and see how our players respond. And we certainly hope that, a lot of I know we have a lot of support from the Cheyenne metro area, and so we're excited about having, our fans being able to come and watch.
Craig, you mentioned on Tuesday that Josh probably had an edge over Nick. Is that still probably safe to say right now? I know you're not done evaluating him, but
we're a long ways away from evaluating. I thought Josh, he's got a really good ability. He forced a couple balls today, but that's from the naked eye as I'm walking around. But he's making progress, and we're pleased with Nick. Those 2 guys are, we're double repping, so both of them get a lot of reps, and we're going to continue to evaluate that during the course of the spring. Competition's important, but I think right now Josh is probably a little bit ahead.
You mentioned about the completion percentage. You said that a lot this spring. Yeah. Is it just incomplete passes, or are they turning it over a lot, Craig? Or where are you?
We had a pick 6 today, and I forget which quarterback threw it. And it was, Logan made a nice break on the football. There's a combination of some mistimings on some routes, some errant throws. Our decision, and we grade every throw with a decision, and that's improving. But, for us to be successful, we need to be throwing the ball at 67% or above, and we're not there yet, and we're going to continue to work hard at that.
Coach, you touched on Logan today with the interception and on Tuesday as well. What have you liked from him this spring?
Well, and I coached linebackers for a lot of years, and I'm really pleased with his progress. He's played corner as a defensive player at Natrona County, but he's got really good speed. He covers a lot of ground. I think he's got good instincts. He's a good tackler. Putting him closer to the line of scrimmage is a little bit new for him, but I think he's coming around, and so we see a really bright future for him. And right now, he's our number 1 will linebacker.
Obviously, Coach, you'll get a lot of looks at your squad, but where do you kind of go from here? I guess how far are you along, and what are the next steps for this team here?
We're pretty far along with our installation. So as we set out our goals during the course of spring football, the number 1 is to evaluate personnel. Number 2 is to install our systems. And then 3, to experiment a little bit. We've not done tons of experimentation. We may do that on the backside. But this Saturday is going to be our first full. There's going to be a lot of warm up, put the ball down, let's go. And that'll be a first time we'll have a game like scrimmage. And after that, we're gonna start to be able to see, okay, what guys are beginning to separate themselves.
Still planning, you said Tuesday about 70 to 100 plays maybe.
Right.
Are you still thinking along those lines
Like-
right now?
Like to push it to 100.
Mhm.
You know, with the young football team, I think we need to put these guys in position to where we see who makes plays. You know, in the past, we've been anywhere from 50 to 70. It's probably been a little bit light for what our program needs. And so I'll get the injury report tomorrow, but we're in hopes to push it up to 100, and we'll see how she goes from there.
Anything new injury-wise, at least just from today or anything?
Yes, DJ May is in a boot. He got we were doing a live tackling drill. Maybe some of you guys seen it on Twitter. I guess, you know, they had that deal. So we're doing some more competitive things, and DJ twisted his ankle. He's in a boot. I doubt that he'll play on Saturday. Hopefully he'll be back at the end of spring. He says he's gonna be back there tomorrow. He ain't gonna be back for a while. Okay, appreciate that attitude though.